Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2023 and another part of the Williams Road to Glory career mode. Today we are back with the Spanish Grand Prix around the updated circuit without the chicane. Really looking forward to this. Again, the Spanish Grand Prix in last year's game did produce some good races, so hopefully we can continue with that. Thank you very much for the support. As always, do leave a like down below if you are enjoying the series, and if you haven't already, do click that subscribe button for daily F1 Manager videos. We're going to keep going with the 2 videos a day for the next couple of days, and then while I'm away in London, it'll be 1 video of this, and I'm hoping to do some of the exclusive scenarios mode as the second video, if you like. So we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed that comes to fruition. But you will have daily career mode next week, no doubt about that. Right, yeah, last time out, of course, it was Monaco, and I think we discovered that if you are defending vigorously, you lose a lot of time, and that certainly is what happened to Alex Albon at the start of the race in Monaco. He managed to come back though and managed to get 10th place in the end. There was a red flag right at the end of the session. Still don't really know what that was all about. I think there was some contact between Albon and Gasly that brought out the red flag. The session didn't get restarted. I think because Verstappen was already on his final lap, so they just sort of called the race there, if you like. Or Charles Leclerc, whoever it was that was on their final lap. And it was good to see Ferrari back on the top step of the podium. And hopefully it means that Red Bull are not going to absolutely dominate absolutely everything. But without further ado, let's get ourselves immersed into the action. And fingers crossed we can have a positive weekend once again. We've scored points at 3 weekends out of the last 4, so I think that's a positive result for us, actually. So let's keep going, and hopefully we can pull off some more stuff. I am just checking that fact, actually, because I might just be making that up. No, Albon has got 4 points. So we had a point, of course, at, was it Miami? Baku. Yeah, it was Baku, wasn't it? Baku sprint race, and then Monte Carlo. Did we get one in Imola? Yeah, we did. Okay. So yeah, it was Imola, Monte Carlo, and Baku that we got points at, of course. Yeah. That's all right. It's all blended into one for me at the moment. But there you go. Suspension manufactured. That's all good. Car inspection results. Lots of Alex Albon's parts were destroyed after that final lap incident. His gearbox isn't looking too pretty. Monaco feature race results for the F2 Championship. Let's go and have a little look. We like to see this. Zayn Maloney won the sprint race, and Boschong won the feature race into F3, and Gregory Saucy won the feature race, and Rafael Villagomez won the sprint race. Now, where did Sophia Flörsch finish? She finished 17th, actually. Very respectable from her. In terms of the championships, I think that's going to be in standings, isn't it? We can have a look at who's leading the way. Ralph Boschong is leading the way. Zayn Maloney coming well back into things, though. Somebody that we'd like to keep an eye on going forward. And Gregory Saucy is leading the F3 championship at present. Okay, then. Let's work out what on earth we're doing. I think we have got some developments or manufacturing slots, at least, open, which is good. These should be coming soon, especially the underfloor. That will be here very, very shortly, and most of these will be here by the next race. But of course, because it's a triple header, there's no rest for the wicked, so we've just got to continue on and see how the next Grand Prix goes in Spain. Side pods are done, and now, ooh, Amaury Larden who was somebody we were thinking about, but he's got 43 months left on his contract. There's no way I'm breaking him out of that one. Now, Werner is somebody that we could look at. Yeah, I think Adam Kenyon does have the rest of the season on that, but at least we've got him scouted, which is good. Right, let's go to drivers then, because I think we now need to think about who's going to be our reserve driver next season, now that we've signed Mick Schumacher for next season. Lots of people talking about Alex Palou. I'd like to maybe have a look at him. And let's have a little look at Zane Maloney. Where is he? Zane Maloney. He's up here. He's only 19, to be fair. He's from Barbados, of course. That would be an interesting nation to have on the grid as well. And there's the preview for the Spanish Grand Prix, if you want to read it. Monthly car development. I think we're in a pretty good place with our car, if I'm honest with you. I think we should be scoring points. May 2023, all looking good. The board have high confidence. Driver development update. Yeah, you can see. Albon now into the 80s for most of his stats, which is good to see. And an improvement for Logan Sargent as well. Let's have a look at May Formula 1 stuff. So Aston Martin have gone HQ upgrade, and Red Bull are having a good season so far, and that is for sure. Right, pit crew development. I think again we want to go on to pit stop time, and I think that the tyres is the biggest part of that. We want to shave another tenth of a second off that. I think that would be very good, so let's get that in there. And let's move on to the next Grand Prix, I think. Let's see. Race prep, good. Okay, performance targets now. So they do want us to reach Q3 this time, which gives us an opportunity to get a little bit of extra money for Q2. We're not going to get fastest lap, and we can put in a new qualifying streak. We'll say both drivers to do it for 5 races again. That's fine. Gets us another 3 million in the bank. So let's get to the Spanish Grand Prix. It's going to be a cracker.
Thank you for joining us for the Spanish Grand Prix here in Barcelona. The Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya is familiar to every driver, with F1 and Junior Series often racing and testing here. It's a proving ground for aerodynamics, so many new car parts are brought to Barcelona to see how they can handle the track. Barcelona is a tricky circuit to balance. The technical corners demand high downforce, but that means adding stress to tyres and potentially limiting race strategies if teams go too far.
Red Bull have outscored their rivals to be at the top of the constructors' table right now. But that could still change with so many rounds left ahead of us.
Stay right here, because we're just getting started.
Okay, into the weekend, and it's definitely going to be rainy come qualifying, so could be a bit of a changeable session again, but it's going to be clear skies for the Grand Prix. So I'll see you guys for qualifying, and hopefully we'll be in a good place. Well, not the best practice session for us. 85% for Alex Albon and 89% for Logan Sargent. But both of them should have decent confidence levels. Alex Albon definitely does. So I think we should be in for a good qualifying session.
Welcome to qualifying. Let's find out if all that practice will pay off for the drivers.
Teams often bring upgrades to Barcelona, so the qualifying order could be a little shaken up. Cars need to be well balanced in both high and low speed corners to set a good lap here.
There's been a bit of talk about Alex Albon, Karun. How are things looking for him today?
While neither teammate has really managed to score well so far, perhaps picking up a few points this weekend would spur on a bit of healthy rivalry.
Here we go, folks. It's time to get started.
Okay. Right. Let's get into this then. Yeah, we think it might well rain within the session, so got to be careful of that. Let's just double check what they think. Yeah, it's going to rain very quickly, so we need to get out there almost immediately with both drivers and get setting some laps, boys. Everybody seemingly getting out there as well, making sure that they're getting a time in. Everybody on track at this present time, so it's all going to come down to this, really. This lap time. And let's ride on board with Alexander Albon for it. Let's see what they can produce, because that rain is going to be coming in 3 minutes, we think. 22.971 through the first sector. 22.938 for Logan Sargent, so slightly quicker from the second Williams. Okay, now then, Alex Albon through this middle sector. Tends to give it a few more beans. But Sargent looking pretty good, to be fair. That's a 29.985. 29.910, so this is a quicker time from Logan Sargent. And you can see it's getting darker out there. It is getting darker. And here we go then, Alex Albon round the final corner. Definitely slower than his teammate, I think. Albon 15.3, 15.0 for Logan Sargent.
Just a standard in lap,
That is massive for him.
Currently you are P1.
What a time.
Okay, go in, go in.
And, well, let's see where everybody ends up. Albon could be in a bit of trouble here. Not quite. Well, is that rain going to come down? It's Logan Sargent, 10th quickest.
So
And there's the rain.
Just one shot.
Yeah, got ya.
Perfect.
Box.
Perfect. We got out there, we got the 2 times in,
White line on exit.
and we are through to Q2.
And we expect the rain coming.
Confirm.
And there's going to be no point being out there now. Nobody's going to improve. I wouldn't have thought anyway. No. It's now a damp track. It's going to turn into a wet track very soon. It's pretty heavy out there, I think. Yeah, you can see the track conditions. Other drivers are going out, so don't really know why. They're obviously not going to improve. Some are out on the wet, some are on the intermediates. And, well, there you go. Wet conditions. But both our drivers are through, and we can be very, very pleased about that. So there it is, end of session. And the 2 McLarens, slowest of all. Very disappointing for them. But it's Charles Leclerc that was quickest in Q1. Now, how's it going to go in session 2? It looks like. Well, we'll need to check out what's going to happen here. Whoa, not simulate. Thank you. It is going to rain pretty quickly here. Right, let's get some new tyres on, and I'm tempted to go for our our sort of 2-lap run, if you like. But we need to get out there because it's going to be 5 minutes and then it's going to be very heavy rain. So we'll possibly hop on board with Logan Sargent this time. In his 2nd lap, I think, rather than his 1st lap this time. Let's see where these two end up. Albon slightly quicker than his teammate this time. It could be raining very, very shortly here. 13th and 14th, this isn't good. Yeah, we've maybe messed us up here. But we'll hop on board.
So I think we'll be clear. Go push.
Is that rain? No, not yet.
It's clear. It's clear. And go push. Go push.
It's raining now. It's raining now, and it's raining hard. Yeah, we're not gonna get any improvements here, and it's a shame because Alex Albon has put in a better first sector. So I think we're going to be 13th and 14th for the race tomorrow. Yeah, this isn't good. No. Yeah, no luck.
Currently P13.
Yeah.
Slow on the in-lap. Okay.
So I'll bring them in.
Currently P14. Go in.
Copy.
But yeah, that's a big disappointment for us, I think. Both cars out in Q2, and, well, it was just a slight lapse in thought, I suppose. You know, maybe if we had thought maybe they'd have finished their laps by the time the rain came, but there's going to be no improvements, and that's going to be that. So Alex Albon will start 13th, Sargent will start in 14th place, and it's going to be a bit of a recovery job, I think, in this Grand Prix.
Race day has arrived, and the time has almost come for these drivers to fight it out, wheel to wheel.
Barcelona is a circuit with plenty of history under its belt. It was here, after all, that multiple world champion Max Verstappen secured his very first F1 victory back in 2016. A sunny day here with only a few clouds in the sky. If things stay this way, the weather shouldn't pose any challenges to the teams.
And there are going to be some tough calls to make in Catalonia today. So let's see who makes the best ones for the Spanish Grand Prix.
Okay, right, let's get ourselves into race day. It's definitely going to be a two-stopper, but which one's going to be the quickest? I mean, soft, medium, soft, potentially, but phew, that's not a nice one. I mean, what would medium, hard, medium look like? Yeah, just there's too much tyre wear, isn't there? I mean, this could be a 3-stop strategy, to be fair. Surely not. A 4-stop strategy will be the quickest, will it? 1:25.41. Surely not. Surely not. I suppose people's tyre wear is just going to be awful, isn't it? I might try that with Logan Sargent, to be fair. But I can't work out. Do we go hards in the middle? I think that's a bit safer, isn't it? But Logan Sargent, he's going to get the silly strategy D, which is going to be medium, hard. Oh, he doesn't have two mediums. Oh, that might stuff him up then. Let's see what we can muster up here. Right, ultimately we need to get that one to be... Obviously this is going to affect tyre temps, isn't it? Alright, that's at the end. Yeah, 125.44. I think that's better than these ones, isn't it? Oh, I love this. A bit of experimentation. Alex Albon very much will not be going for it today. But I think, you know, with us starting out of position, so to speak, I think it's important for us to remember that there are other options out there. And a four-stop strategy is one of them. Let's get into the race.
The stage is set here in Barcelona as we get ready for 66 laps of the Spanish Grand Prix. As we get to this race, our focus shifts to Valtteri Bottas.
It's going to be difficult for them. P18, that's going to be tough to make an impression on the race from there.
And it looks like we're good to go.
So here we go then, into this Spanish Grand Prix. And it looks like it's Fernando Alonso on pole position. Where did that come from? And it's Fernando Alonso that gets us away here in Spain. And it's a terrific start. And Sergio Perez seems to have got the better start over Max Verstappen as well. Who's going to lead? Going into turn one, it's Fernando Alonso. And it's side by side with the Red Bull drivers, especially Sergio Perez looking racy out there. Max Verstappen is on hard tyres, so that's probably why that's happening.
As soon as I try to race anyone, I just have no front.
Right, let's get that onto high, and we want his overtake aggression on high as well.
It's critical we overtake.
But yeah, it's massively important for Sargent, at least, that he is making progress through the field as much as he can be, because he is going to be fighting hard from the start. Here's Alex Albon in P12 then, and chasing after Pierre Gasly. So one place made up for Alex Albon on this opening lap so far. In pretty good touch. Sargent's confidence has gone low. Hopefully he can build that back up. But yeah, we'll need to keep an eye on Sargent's tyre temps So can't have them going too high. And there you go, they have already gone a little bit high. Let's just drop that down a little bit.
Yeah, copy that.
Back down to neutral for Alex.
Back off a bit, please.
Copy.
And back down to standard for Sergeant, just while his tyres are a little hot. So Albon doing a good job of sticking with, or was doing a good job of sticking with Gasly. He's now just dropped out of a
We are P12.
1 second gap.
So that's Gasly ahead.
Sonoda behind you.
Sergeant knows his tyres temps are coming down.
How does my tires look? Yeah, it's a joke, anyway.
Keep pushing.
Yeah, very tough Sergeant so far. Maybe we do just need to attack, and
So we're racing Zoo.
we'll see how he does, even with hot tyres, because he's slow on standard. He should be able to stay with them. So let's zoom it forward a little. Yeah, Albon back within DRS, which is good to see. And they both need ERS battle assist, and that seems to be the best way to
Okay.
keep a good
Overtake available.
amount of top up in there. Is putting that battle assist on. So yeah, Sergeant doing well to stay with this group, and hopefully we'll continue to do that. Albon just about within a second at this present time. And here comes Logan Sargent down the inside. He makes a move on Zhou Guanyu. Needed to do that fairly early. And hopefully he'll be able to close in on the cars in front. I know his tyres are very, very hot. Albon's tyres are hot as well. It's going to be tough to keep those tyre temps in a good window today. It's that back left one. To be fair, they're not far off optimal. Whereas if you look at all of Sergeant's there, they're way too high. So maybe what we need to tell him to do is drive in clear air. If we can. With Sergeant. Well, he's going quite fast at the moment, and I think that's worth noting. Albon in particular doing really well to break the back of Hulkenberg. His tyres are not fantastic, but let's have a little look at tyres. So we've got Verstappen on hards. He's the only driver on hard tyres at the moment. Oh, and we've got a virtual safety car.
Contact at turn 1.
Potential debris on track.
Has he got out?
All right, what's happened there?
Yeah.
It's the two Ferraris. Well, two Ferraris have come together at turn 1, and I think they're both out. I think. Oh my goodness me, Leclerc and Sainz. Well, Leclerc's out. Sainz is out as well.
Stay close to the Delta.
Copy.
And I think That's the full... No, it's still VSC. Right, we'll get harvesting. But that is bonkers. It really is. The two Ferraris have made contact and
Copy.
are out of this Grand Prix now. We will light on the tyres and just bring those temperatures back in
Copy.
until it's virtual safety car's ending.
Battery is good.
Copy.
Pop that in neutral. Pop that in neutral as well.
BSC ending.
Copy.
We look at reducing the lift and core.
Understood.
So virtual safety car is over.
GRS enabled.
And we are back to racing conditions. Look at the two leaders, Perez and Alonso, miles ahead of everybody else.
I think we can reduce lift and coast.
Yes, copy.
And now Logan Sargent back to decent tyres. And hopefully he'll be able to push on here, although Bottas has managed to get him there. So maybe he needs the hot tyres for it to work. And, well, Albon's under pressure from Hulkenberg now. Should we get deploying?
Can use the overtake.
Yep, copy.
Let's just have a look at... Yeah, everybody's tyres are absolutely wasted, aren't they? So this could well be a very good idea to go for the four-stopper. He's coming in on lap 18. Oh, no, it's not 18, is it? Is it 17? Yeah, 17. And here he comes then, on De Vries, and he's up to 13th place. Logan Sargent here. In a very, very good place. And hopefully Albon will be able to pull out a gap here. Okay. I think Albon has now pulled out a gap.
The window is open.
Okay.
To Nico Hulkenberg. And now, next lap of this Grand Prix for Logan Sargent. He will be coming into the pits and hopefully he can have a nice fast one
Box.
for once. But he's up to P12 currently. Albon up to P9. Yeah, I think Sargent should be able to get past Tsunoda quite easily here. With DRS. Go on, son. Yep, goes down the inside. Very good manoeuvre from Logan Sargent there. And he is looking very, very fast at this phase of the Grand Prix. And he'll be moving on to hard tyres and absolutely attacking those to death. When's Albon coming in? He's coming in lap 19. So Sargent there. Let's focus on him as he's in the pit lane now. And Tsunoda follows him in. Let's just set up Albon's pit lap while we're thinking about it.
Okay, so box this lap.
And in Sargent comes. Come on. Well, he's had to wait for Sonoda, weirdly.
Clear pit exit.
Which is annoying. 2.541, but again he'll attack and hopefully we'll be able to catch up pretty quickly to Yuki. Meanwhile, Alex Albon will be coming in on this lap. Yellow flags there for Yuki Tsunoda. And he's gone back to 18th now. So Alex Albon, second into the pit lane today. I think it'll be, honestly, the middle stints where Sargent really sees
Box.
his worth.
Copy.
So Albon's in. And let's see how he gets on here. Is Sargent going to come out with it all? It's a very slow pit lane. Yep, they're away. 2.514 seconds this time.
So exit should be clear.
That's pretty good. We should do alright on the fastest pit stops, actually, shouldn't we? Because surely Sargent will add some points into that for going through the pits so often. I don't know if that's how it works, but seems to move us up every time we go through the pit lane. But anyway, I think it's time to zoom it forward a little bit. I think let's put Albon on balanced for now. Yeah, Albon in a good place. He's going to get an almighty undercut on the likes of Hamilton and
What are you
Gasly.
thinking about tyres here?
Tyres are a little bit cold, but they are getting hotter, and I think it's good to use the performance of cooler tyres. Yeah, Sargent doing a good job as well here. And I know his tyres are too hot. Before you all scream at me in the comment section, that's part of the plan. Just seeing how Sargent can do today just by burning up his tyres and being aggressive. And well, here's Alex Albon, and he's through nice and easily on Zhou Guanyu. That was a good manoeuvre. And Bottas isn't too far ahead, so here's Hülkenberg coming into the pit lane. And how far ahead is Albon going to be? He's massively ahead, and so is Sargent, actually. Which I think shows where Sargent's up to, and he's going around the outside of Zhou Guanyu. He's through. I think some people are genuinely going to run these tyres into the ground. That is where they're going to lose all of their time, and this is possibly a big exploit here, but I think Sargent can finish inside the points today with this 4-stop strategy. So Albon, meanwhile, he's closing in on Lando Norris. Is he going to be able to make the move here? Oh yes, straight away down the inside, not even a question. And Albon coming round now, is he going to get past the Alpine? Not quite. Very close, but didn't quite get the undercut in the end. But that's okay. Well, some people have gone on to the softs again here. It's a very, very strategic race, this one. Sargent will glide past Lando Norris. as will Nico Hulkenberg. Yes, I mean, Sargent might even pass Albon here. That's something to think about. It's quite funny, really. But Perez leading the way. Ocon in second. As Sargent's just entered his next pit window. Right, we need to move that back down to balance, don't we?
Lico, increase, please.
Copy. How does my tyres look?
So let's check when he's coming into the pits. So lap 32. We can push Albon a little bit more with the engine here. So Hulkenberg might get Albon here. Yeah, I mean, there's a temptation to convert Albon to a three-stopper. There's a temptation there. But at the moment, he's got track position, and that's pretty king, isn't it? So Sargent, we'll watch his pit stop. So he's going to go on to the hard tyres. And this will be his slowest stint, if you like. Yeah, another very nice pit stop for Logan Sargent, and he comes out ahead of Valtteri Bottas this time. Just about. He should be able to pull away quite nicely from most people, as Hulkenberg has finally got past Alex Albon, but they are fighting it out. As we have passed the halfway mark in this race, and there's Albon coming back into the pits. Right, let's just have a little look at some strategy options here for Alex Albon. He does have a new set of medium tyres. That's looking slightly quicker at present. Yeah, yeah. I suppose the other one is, as we said, moving him to a three-stop strategy. Yeah. Maybe that's what we do. Let's go for that. So we need to tell Albon to now attack and use those tyres.
Need to increase lifting coast.
Yes, copy.
Deploy
Full
his
deploy.
ERS a bit. So yeah, we're switching Albon onto a 3-stopper. Still on the 4-stopper with Sargent. So when is he into the pits? He's into the pits next lap. So let's just get him in onto his medium tyres. And there we go. I mean, Albon now able to catch and pass Hulkenberg fairly easily, because they'll be looking after their soft tyres. Hulkenberg's soft tyres have completely dropped off, and this is where the AI strategy is very interesting, isn't it? Sargent absolutely flying out there. He's got 4 cars ahead of him that he can potentially pass here. Well, one of them is a Red Bull, so that's Perez lapping at the moment. Right, back down to neutral for him. That's full deploy Sargent.
Make sure you give some energy.
Copy.
Albon in the middle sector. This has been probably the most fun race, because this is absolute strategy. We have no idea how this race is going to end, because this order is just completely all over the place. Here comes Alex Albon into the pits.
Yeah, okay.
Tyre deg is so much worse than we could have ever imagined, really. Now then, here's Sargent. And he's coming round the final couple of corners, but I think Albon will be out as long as it's a issue-free pit stop, and it is. Where is Alex Albon going to come out? He's come out ahead of his teammate, and that's really important. So he's in 12th place. But you look at the tyre wear of the guys ahead and you think, wow, Alex Albon's in an awesome position here. And I think because everybody's tyre temps are going to be awful, that equalises the field and means you might as well just attack. You might as well just do that. But it could all change. It certainly could. Gasly and Magnussen in the pits then for their second pit stop, I believe. Is it their second pit stop? Must be. Remember, Albon still has another pit stop to get through. As Albon gets lapped by Perez. Yeah, Albon straight through on Nico Hulkenberg now. Sargent can't be that far away from his pit stop. Let's check that out, and yeah, he is there now. Problem is, Albon is quicker than Sergio Perez here. Yeah, Albon might be able to get away. He has unlapped himself here. Right, when's he in? So lap 52, Sargent's in. And then he's going on to a real good tyre as well. could be. And the real gains are found. Right, I think let's get... Oh! He's locked up. He's okay, I think.
Yellow ahead.
Yeah, he could have went into the back of...
Let's try and build this back up.
Yep, copy.
He could have went into the back of Perez there, but didn't. And Hulkenberg, although he might pass him. Okay, so here we go then. 2 soft tyre stints for Logan Sargent.
Box.
From now until the end of the Grand Prix.
Copy, box.
Sargent in and out. Albon currently P11. Albon's starting to struggle now. I think his tyres are so hot. But 15 laps to go, there are yellow flags.
Yellow ahead.
Copy.
So Zhou Guan Yu lock up. Yeah, more people in the pit lane. Also in Perez, actually. So I think some others might be going on to a 3-stopper here. I'm going to bring Albon in and put him onto the medium tyres again. It's a risk, but we'll see where he ends up, because he's out of the points now anyway. That was another good pit stop. Meanwhile, Logan Sargent has moved up to P12 now. Is Logan Sargent going to be able to make this work?
VSC. Close on the 0.
Yeah, copy.
It's very tempting to bring Sargent in.
Now I'm just looking here, possibly Ocon's part of that.
It was Ocon that has crashed. And Ocon is out of the race.
Battery's good.
The big thing is, I think those soft tyres will last anyway, so can we bring them in
And box, Logan, box.
this lap? Virtual safety car is ending.
VSC ending.
Yep, copy.
Yeah, it's a pity. We probably could have gained a bit of time there. I sort of forgot that the soft tyres would last a bit longer come the end of the race. Right, so here we go then. We've got 7 laps to go. Let's have a look at people's tyres. They're not good, and well, Albon's just overtaken De Vries. Let's have a look at how he's managed that. Yep, down the inside, as we're expecting, and Albon will be able to do that. And we got 7 laps to go here. He's going to catch Norris. Now the next guy up the line is Nico Hulkenberg, who's a long way away. It's 23 seconds away. And surely even Albon's not going to catch that. We should get past Norris here.
6 laps to go.
But look at Kevin Magnussen, he's up in P6. That's a big result for Haas, and there's... Oh, well, that's a big lock-up from Alex Albon, and I think...
Here we go, heading into turn 1.
I think that's going to be his race done. Pretty much as we know it.
This is really weird. It's a lot of fun looking.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, let's deploy the ERS. Let's get him back into things. Yeah, we need to deploy Sargent as well, I think. Can Albon catch and pass Norris? They've got the same tyres now. He's not got that advantage anymore.
How many laps do we have?
4 laps to go.
Yeah, 3 laps to go at this point. For us. And there goes Logan Sargent through on Valtteri Bottas. And I think you can possibly argue that this 4-stop strategy has worked in a way for Sargent. You know, okay, he's not going to finish in the points, but he should finish 13th. Probably was the quickest way for him to run this race. Yeah. You know, the other option was going light and playing it that way, but yeah, Albon.
I'm trying.
Close in behind Lando Norris now. Sargent still looking good. Haven't had any visor cam action this Grand Prix. Let's see if Albon can pass him. DRS wide open.
Copy.
Pulls to the inside. Not quite this time. Oh, we've got yellow flags. Has somebody had a crash out there?
Yellow ahead.
Okay.
Magnussen, he's locked up, and well, he was on for a very, very good result. I think he's still okay. And Haas, double points for them today. That's going to be massive in our battle with them. But if Albon can get into the points for a 3rd consecutive race, that'd be pretty amazing as well. As Sergio Perez starts his final lap of the Grand Prix. And he's going to retake the championship lead. And Fernando Alonso just 3 seconds behind it, but I don't think he's going to be able to pull it off. So, can Albon get past?
Yeah. Deploy. Copy.
On this straight,
Start in the last lap.
it looks like the most likely place. He goes round the outside, and he's through. That's an awesome manoeuvre, but
We're making progress.
he's not done yet.
Nice work.
Lando Norris,
P10.
he's still not done. They're still side by side. Can he go down the inside here? He can. And manages to get in front. Perfect.
Nice.
And now I think
That's good.
we need to try and block.
We're good to stay ahead though. We've got pace.
And Sargent is ahead of Piastri. He's up to P13 now. And he can use the rest of his ERS. And he might be able to catch De Vries by the end of the race. We might not. But Sergio Perez has won. Alonso finishes second. Verstappen is going to come round. He's going to finish third in a little bit. But Alex Albon, for the third consecutive race, looks like he's going to finish in 10th, and he does. He takes the checkered flag. Good race for him from 13th on the grid. And here comes Logan Sargent flying round the final corner. And he's going to finish 13th. It was a really enjoyable race. Lots of strategy in there.
P13.
And there you go. Well,
Yeah, good job. Thanks, guys.
we will take that. And we take another point in the constructors. And Albon really showing his worth. He is in top form at the moment. He's dragging everything he can out of that car. And hopefully we're going to give him a teammate that will fight him next season in Mick Schumacher. Well, there we have it.
Lando Norris,
Awesome stuff from Lando.
heads back to his team.
Good racing at the end there.
No stranger to the podium, the Mexican driver now takes his place after another remarkable race.
That takes them up to 3 wins this season. They proved just so hard to beat.
And by the looks of things here in Barcelona, the party's only just beginning. Now, Karun, no doubt there'll be a lot for the teams to process after that race. But how do you think the Williams team are feeling?
They did okay today, I'd say. I mean, we're talking about such a competitive field. And all things considered, the drivers did all right.
And with that, our time in Barcelona is done.
For the next round, the teams are travelling to the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve for the Canadian Grand Prix in Montreal.
And my favourite track on the calendar, Canada, is coming up next. And Albon gets his point there. Nico Hülkenberg and Kevin Magnussen will be very happy with 7th and 9th for Haas. Hamilton finishes 8th in the end. Russell 6th for Mercedes. Gasly a brilliant 5th for Alpine. Stroll 4th. Alonso 2nd for Aston Martin. Into the Drivers' Championship, Perez takes a 5-point lead over Verstappen, the 2 Ferraris, unmoved after their disastrous collision in Spain. Alonso continues to consolidate 5th place with 87 points. Albon still 13th. Into the constructors, we're now just 2 points behind McLaren, but a good day for Haas means that they move ahead in the race for 6th. 8 points they got from this Grand Prix. That's a massive result for them. And they're now 8 points ahead of us in the championship. Okay, there's the fastest pit stops. None of ours are in there, which is a shame. Eesh, never mind. However, yeah, still bottom of this standings. And yeah, I mean, our fastest pit stop is faster than Haas's. Hopefully we will manage to get ahead of them at some point. And there is the report from today. A very smooth day in the pits. 2.5 seconds for all of our guys, which is really, really good to see. Okay then, let's move on and see. We got £3.1 million in profit from that race, and we now should move on. We've got a new underfloor, so shall we pop that in for manufacture before we leave off today? That's failed the inspection, interestingly. I think it's run out of juice. Right. Well, 2 of them would get us in time, so let's rush those ones in. And then perhaps... Oh, well, we can't... Yeah. So we'll rush those 2 in, and then we'll see if we can do any others going forward. But we should be able to put on the... Yeah, we can replace it, can't we? That's all good. Right, that's fine. Nice. Okay, that's where we're going to leave it for today then. If you have enjoyed that, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.